I hope you're all excited, yeah, to send out your young as cannon fodder, probably. But it's a little bit more than that, isn't it? This national service. Oh dear me. What a desperate attempt to, I hope you're all excited, remain, yeah, to send out your young in government or win back some of the reform voters, maybe. I was listening to Richard Lyce earlier, and he was saying, oh, this just, well, he's basically saying, oh, it's poppycock. It can't happen. No. Well, that's because he knows that he might, Rishi Sunak might better win back some of the old reform voters. At the moment, reform's at 10%. They got half, in the polls, that is. They got half what the Tories have. But you see, it's a bit cynical attempt, isn't it, really? It's not going to work. No. And so what was being announced, you've probably seen this already, and joked about it. And I was watching James Cleverly earlier today, but what about old Rishi Sunak's little speech? Yeah, his little, yeah, okay. That, crikey.
We have so much to be proud of in Britain, but one of the problems in our society is that we have generations of young people who don't have the opportunities they deserve. Britain today faces a future that is more dangerous and more divided. There's no doubt our democratic values are under threat. That is why we will introduce a bold new model of national service for 18-year-olds, to be spent either in a competitive full-time military commission over 12 months, or with 1 weekend per month volunteering in roles within the community, like delivering prescriptions and food to infirm people, or in search and rescue. Young people will gain valuable skills, make our country more secure, and build a stronger national culture. This ambition benefits our country and our young people alike. Just look at Sweden, where 80% of young people completing national service say they'd recommend it to their friends. Uncertain times call for a clear plan and bold action to chart a course to a secure future. Our plan will ensure new generations and our country meet the challenges of the uncertain world. Keir Starmer and Labour don't have a clear plan and won't take the bold action to navigate to a more secure future.
Oh, got a clear plan. I ain't got a clue what the clear plan is, apart from announcing one ridiculous, unworkable policy after the other. Oh, crikey. They clearly haven't been talking about this, because watching James Cleverly this morning, being interviewed, he was lost. It's like they just plucked it out of the sky, you know? That's what it seems like to me, and it's just pretty much what it looks like to me and all, you know? It's just... It's pathetic. It really is pathetic. And there's no way it can work in the UK. I don't see it. I know some people can say, oh, other countries have got national service, like Austria and what have you, and Switzerland. But Austria, they've got to do like 9 months in Austria if it's military service, and Switzerland's a year into it. Then they get to take the gun home with them. So yeah, it's like pop a few people off if they're like, you know how it is. But you know, it's different for them. For start, their history is different. Another thing is they've got very close neighbours with Russia, haven't they? That's their concern. The UK's a little island. Now, would I vote for something like that? Would that sway me? No, because I wouldn't want to dictate to my grandchildren whether or not they should have freedom or not. No, don't get me wrong. They're not suggesting that the 18-year-olds have to do a 12-month stint every single day. No, they're suggesting doing one weekend in a month for 12 months if you're doing some sort of national service, wiping old people's bottoms and stuff like that. But you know as well as I do, these youngsters are going to be used. They're going to be like skivvies. They're not going to learn anything. It's very unlikely, because that's going to be down to whoever they're with. And where are these people going to come from? Who are actually going to be performing this action. We don't have enough people. No. It stopped them coming in. And the other thing is, potentially, you could remove individuals from the workplace and universities, etc. You see, with student loans as they are, those in university, well, quite frankly, they have to work. Whether they work in bars in the evenings or on the weekends and stuff like that, just to try and work their way through university. Well, obviously, they can't spend time in flipping some brainchild of Rishi Sunak. It's not going to work anyway. Besides, they're not going to be in power. No. All they're trying to do is mitigate. They're trying to claw back some voters, so hopefully for them to gain or hold on to a few of their seats. I actually think, my gut feeling is obviously it's not worked out on anything, is that I think it's going to be worse for the Tories than what the polls are saying. I think a lot of people out there have had enough. You've even got people like Ken Clarke speaking out against his ex-party, you know. Although he's been criticised at the moment because of, I think it was at the blood scandal. So, anyway, chat. I haven't lined it up yet. Oh, no, we're not in live chats. Put it in live chat. Oh, there we are. Oh, crikey, look at the state of that. It's all over the flipping place. Let's bring that one down here a bit. Oh, crikey. How unprofessional. Oh, dear. There you go. You wouldn't give me a job, would you? No. Oh, great, now it's too tiny. Let's bring it up a little bit bigger. Right, here we go. Oh. Put that there, and that there, and now we should be able to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Right, who we got here? Who we got here today? Well. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. What a silly person that I am. Right. We've got Vincent Brennan, hello there, Cavill OG and Ginger's Giraffe. I was cutting round your tree today, the grass. But all we've got is rain. It's really hard to cut the grass at the moment, I can't keep up with it. Yeah, I know, it's all short time, I know. Do you know what happened? Everything on my screen minimised. And I couldn't find it all. I did in the end, but you know where it was? The screen that I wanted, with my little bits on, okay? Was hiding behind the software that I used to stream on. I didn't think to move it out of the way and say, oh, what's behind there? That's why I was late. I was actually ready. I thought, where's it gone? It's all minimised. Oh, dear. Oh, mad bunks. We've got a spanner in the works, that we have. I hope the family's good and your brothers and all that. I've done a couple of videos, actually, about Scotland as well. I'll be uploading them. I'll upload them in Scotland. Make them live. I've been trying to batch videos out for the channel so I can get ahead. That's what I'm trying to do, and not necessarily time sensitives that way. You see, because to get enough material out it's not easy. Because I do other stuff as well, obviously. So Larry the cat and Kool-Aid, £10. He's got the mic is on. My little green light is on. My little meters are going up and down, and I heard myself a minute ago. So there. And then David Drago. Oh, hi everyone. Hi Kool-Aid 76. Oh, they're saying hello. That's a €10. I've got a beer. Yeah, and I got a top-up beer as well. Just got a nabe today. Jeanette Carpenter, hello there. Oh, Jeanette, you're in the United States, aren't you? Is this supposed to be a volunteer or paid volunteer? No money. Unless they actually sign up to go in the forces, then they get paid. But it's basically signing up for the forces, isn't it? It's a different thing altogether. You see, the thing is, we don't have enough people in the forces either. Is this going to be something else that's going to be privatised? Oh, I've got a mate who could do this. And if they're in the forces or something silly like that, how's that going to work? How is that going to work? I don't see it. I don't see how it can work. It'd be someone like, I don't know, for argument's sake, we could call upon Michelle Moe. Hi, Richie. It's Michelle. From Moan
Smaller
Military
in number, are we?
Uniforms.
But larger in mind.
Hey, got super chat. Oh, cheers, buddy. Hello, Alistair. I hope you're well. Oh, thank you. Is that dog meds? Meds! Wally Meds! Where's Wally? He likes to bask on the floor. He can't see him, but he's standing there on the floor, curled up in the ball. And I've got Sebastian out for the count, and then Pandora over there for the count. Do you realise that was all neat and tidy? And they've just kind of made it not. Yeah, we talk about you, Wally. Oh, thanks, for my friend. Oh, Wally's been having fits this last week, so it's been a bit horrible. He knows when he's going to have one. He gets stressed and he comes, he wants to be with you. So he's a little sweet, he is. He's my buddy. Is it supposed to be a volunteer? Nope, it is volunteer, not paid. No money will be exchanging hands. No. Except for the privatised... Oh, crikey, has that done that already? But let me just reset that camera. Deactivate and activate. Kuwait Library, hello my friend, hope you're well. Been talking to John Sweeney today, and he agrees with me. That money should go to the current troops. Are you talking about John... You talking about John Sweeney, the leader of SNP, or are you talking about John Sweeney, the guy who's in Ukraine? The one with the beanie hat. It should go to the troops, yeah. Go to the troops, or let's think about maybe the schools, for instance. They ain't got enough money. We've got teachers buying paper and shit still. Oh, don't soldier markers marching 12. 1, 2, 3. The thing is, you see, for me, who would I be fighting for? If I was fighting for my family, like in defence, obviously I would. In defence. But to do some sort of military campaign and in another country somewhere for oil or something like that, no, obviously not. I wouldn't want to do it. Definitely not. Sir Larry the Cat. AI, Titchy, oh cry, don't get me onto AI at the moment. Blimey. What a flippin' mess. The data bill, that fell through, didn't it? Which had the oh crikey, the portionate which allows them to dip into your bank accounts to check up on you, see whether or not you had the fraud in the system, or if you're claiming pension credits but you got over 15 grand, you got 15,000 or 16,000, sorry, and 1p. Maybe they should be more interested in stopping those who are using legal tactics, immoral tactics, to evade taxes. Tactics that were put in place by those with money so they can save money and not pay taxes. It's the richest in society who pays the least taxes in proportion to their earnings. Or interest on their money. Money makes money. Niggy Berg, hope you're well. Oh dear. Oh dear. So now I have a red, white, and what? Blue stiffy. What have we been doing? What? Oh dear. I don't like it up, Mr. Manwaring. Oh, Dad's Army. Oh my God, classics, classics. The FBU will tell the government to F off, and the UK Fire and Rescue Service has been cut and cut the last 3 to 5 years. But the whole civil services have all, right across the board, including the military. They've all been cut, as in personnel. Okay, they like to build the occasional aircraft carrier. That breaks. More than once. But they don't like to have boots on the ground, do they? They don't want actual troops. Silly, silly, silly. Although I think we're going to be going more drones, more UAVs, unmanned autonomous vehicles, like what they're doing in the Baltic Seas. Remember, right? They're building a wall. They've got to build a wall in the Baltic Sea, and it's called a drone wall. Yes, they've shook on it, and they said that's what we want to do. I think it's Lithuania and all that, and it's basically they're going to have loads of drones. I don't know if they're going to be sea drones or air drones, but they're going to be drones anyway to create the border to stop people coming in. And invasion, provocation. Interesting idea, I must say. But that is the future of warfare, and I think Ukraine has really showed us the way with that, if you consider what they've managed to achieve. With drones, domestic drones as well. Like DJI Phantom drones dropping hand grenades on people. Blimey, talk about innovative. Surprising what you can lift with them, actually. It's nuts. It's nuts, but it's clever. Like I say, it's innovative. And now Ukraine's actually managed to develop a sea-based, water-based UAV, unmanned vehicle. I don't know if it's going to be a suicide vehicle. I don't know. It looks quite big. Marcus, I prefer Rishi Sunak promote UK teenager to enrol in a boy band. And they are less harmful. Oh, he'd be one of the Bros members, couldn't he, with his ripped jeans? What do you reckon? Yeah, it's funny shoes. He'd probably wear big boots, wouldn't he, in his short strap. And you wouldn't have the rips in his jeans, would it? They'd just be half, a bit up to his knees. By the way, I've been gluing stuff today. They won't come off. It's PU glue, polyurethane glue. Stay there. I should have put my nitrile gloves on, and I didn't. I forgot. Oh well. Wyneford, national service, 365 days or 1 weekend every 24 days. Doesn't it depend whether it's you're going into the forces or whether you're just going to be doing something like, I don't know, litter picking? I don't know. Whatever they can find. Because quite frankly, they haven't actually got the people to make it work. And also, even with the military service, there's going to be a lot of youngsters who, let's say, for instance, they all wanted to do military service as a national service. There's not enough places. They're saying they're going to do it for 30,000. 30,000 individuals in the military. But how? They don't want it, as in the forces. The military don't want this aggravation. No, because these people, they don't want to be there. It's like the idea of, oh yeah, we'll get everyone back to work. We'll get all those lazy layabouts off the dole and give them jobs they don't want. That doesn't work. Employees aren't going to want that. You see? It's so short-sighted. Every economy will have a certain percentage of unemployed or unemployable. Or there's a misbalance in positions, work positions. Not everyone, is good, has got the right mental attitude to be a nurse, for instance, or the ability to be a programmer. It's just so short-sighted, and it's painful. It's pain. When you sit there and you listen to this stuff, you feel, oh my God, whatever next, What the hell are they going to come up with next? This is getting so desperate. It really is. And it's just... It's so desperate to the point. When I was watching James Cleverly earlier today, I'll show you in a minute, actually. And I thought, God, you look so uncomfortable. You ask all these questions and you don't have the answers. And they were obvious questions. He looked like, just like he's like I say, he's just plucking it out there, making it up as he's going along. That's what it looked like to me. It didn't make any sense. And it's just going to cost $2.5 billion, which is money that could be spent better. And now they got rid of Michael Gove, or he's standing down, isn't he? Levelling up and all that, That's where this money apparently is going to be coming from the levelling up. No one's voted for this. The man who's brought it in wasn't even voted in. Well, I haven't brought it in yet, obviously, but he intends to. If you vote me in again, That's what I'll do. I'll bring back national service, my version of. You see, the thing is, you see, those people with money can avoid it. They'd just take the kids out of the country, wouldn't they? That's what they do. But they don't want us to do it. And bring them back when they're 19 in one day. Well, James Cleverly was asked, will there be... This is mandatory. Will there be prison sentences? Well, how are you going to enforce it? He was asked. Didn't say. But it's not going to be mandatory. It's going to be mandatory. So obviously it's going to be like a fine system. Maybe something a bit like, I don't know, when parents don't take the kids to school one day and they get fined. It's going to be a bit like that, isn't it? The onus is going to be put on the parents and to pay fines, I reckon. So I won't be a bit surprised. I wonder if those people thinking about voting on the basis of that, have they thought that through? You can't mandate something and just and not have any kind of enforcement, because it's not really a mandate then. It's not mandated. It's not mandatory, sorry. Mandatory. Doesn't make any sense. So he's saying it won't be criminal, but they can still fine you. He didn't say that, but that's what he means. It's totally unworkable. We're not in that position. We're not in that position anymore. We're not. Well, they're out to bring back ration books. Why don't you? Yeah, that's probably more important at the moment. Blimey, that's going to get worse. More problems regarding importing of foodstuffs, which is going to, with the introduction of EES, the entry-exit system, later on this year. It's going to cause massive problems. It might actually smooth things down later once they get on top of it, but to start with, it's going to be horrendous. And then you've got to store these details for so long, so basically you'll have to have your photographs taken again and again and again. It's not once, it's twice. Once when you register to go over, then once when you arrive. Make sure they're the same person, I suppose. How is that going to work? Which is going to cause a huge amount of problems regarding getting the food across the channel as well. Because there's always the lorries, you see, that are delayed. Happened last time, didn't it? The time before that. See what the politicians want to do? They want to get the people through. Individuals that vote in public, those who put everything on TikTok. or Twitter, who give them the worst publicity. To prove that Brexit doesn't work. The only Brexit that could have worked was not the Brexit. Now, if you think of this national stuff, if you think what's going on in Israel at the moment, treating his youngsters as cannon fodder, send them over to Gaza, and also treating the Palestinians as fodder as well. But there was a young lad who refused to go in. I don't know if you saw that. There was a young lad who refused to play his part in that legal, well, it's an illegal war now, isn't it? Really, end of the day is the international courts have said so, pretty much. Got to arrest him now. Got to arrest the president of Israel. Anyway, this young lad, he's already spent time behind bars for refusing. Let him out. I don't know if he has, if they put him back in again, as in behind bars again, but he's still refusing. Yeah, he's sticking to his guns. I admire the lad, I really do. So, ignore the chat, sorry. Oh, number 3, hello there, my friend, hope you're well. This is why he was waffling on about challenges and threats earlier. Oh, crikey, he talking about flipping Rishi Sunak. Oh yeah, he was prepping up for it, maybe, wasn't he? Yeah, because he was going on about the threats of the Labour Party, how in dangerous times and all that. Do you really want to put your faith in Labour to keep you safe? So they don't want him to. Flipping hell. I'll tell you what though, Rishi Sunak, we know good as a cannonball, but you might make an arrow. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So Larry the cat, Jimmy Dimly always looks that way. Down we come. Let's go. I tell you what, this time it's on. That's good. On live chat, that's good. The 1950s national service cost 100%, 20% more to train someone. It stripped BAOR of staff, bore staff, equipment and housing, and in the end you ended after a year up with a soldier, only 20% versus a full-timer. So the thing about, another thing about it is, you see, they don't want to be there. Of course it's going to cost more. They're going to put more effort in to keep them there. And you're going to get rebels as well, aren't you? You're going to get individuals being forced into something they don't want to do, and they're going to be rebellious. Times have changed. We can no longer control our kids. There's no discipline in schools anymore, is there? You can't touch me. No, especially there. Don't do it. No. Oh, dear me. Hello, Chop James. Hope you're well. In my opinion, the plan of this national service is to claim after the election that the Conservatives would have solved all the problems in the military when Labour finds itself in some problems handling it. We don't have the people. Well, we do, but we keep putting them on the Bibby Stockholm and in hotels. Maybe we should do what for Independence Day. What they did over there to gain independence. Give the slaves freedom if they fought. Sunak would be a useless arrow. He's bent, yes, as a 9-bob note. Flippin' isn't he just? I don't understand. People are just too polite. I don't understand why people like Rishi Sunak and his ilk, Boris Johnson, I don't understand how they get away with the level of corruption. How many times has Rishi Sunak been caught out? And nothing happens. Nothing. Where's the investigations? Oh, yes, there was investigations, but it was, how do they put it now? Inadvertently. Slip in, roll on. That's a crock of poop, it is, you know? Oh, it's very frustrating. Now, although I'm not a fan of the new Tory, Keir Starmer, but we also have to remember he's just the figurehead. He's just, he's just the gob, isn't he, really? You're only as good, it's like in business, you're only as good as the people you put around you. With absolute effect. But yeah. What happened to the Tories? What cracking thing they put around them? Cyrilla Braverman. Flippin' hell. Dominic Cummings. Surround themselves with nut jobs. Of course we're going to have problems. We need sanity. I know some people say that Keir Starmer, he's boring and all that. And, looking forward to boring, they say. I want competence. I don't want strap lines. I don't want all these flipping crap that make Brexit work. I don't want all that. I just want stuff that that is true. Yeah, that's logical. I get that. Make Brexit work. What a crock of poop. But flipping out, well, they tried years negotiating a deal and it failed. That was the best they could get. It's a crock of poop. It doesn't work. Right, all your food in the UK has got to say, not for the EU, splattered across it. And your lettuces, flipping out, they didn't last a day. Get them out of the fridge and out of the pack, and then all of a sudden, these modern lettuces are never ever, beat Liz Truss. They just won't.
That is a disgrace.
Sorry, I can resist. So this is kind of a forced patriotism, isn't it, you know, on the youngsters, but to be patriotic about something, you've got to believe in it. I don't think a lot of our youngsters really believe in the country anymore. And there's only one person to blame, or one group of people, one government to blame, or governments even, or mainly it's these Tories. People have lost faith, haven't they? You need something to believe in if you want patriotism. And some people say, might plug the gap in social care. But if you're Boris Johnson's sister, Rachel Johnson, you'd say something like, well, actually, she did say this, actually. We need people to pick the fruit. That's just been serious. Now, Emmanuel Macron, he's just announced a similar sort of scheme, but it's only for 4 weeks for the youngsters. I'm not quite sure, I looked into detail of it yet, but it's for 4 weeks. That, I can see, is kind of workable. And besides, you know, France isn't really in such a dysfunctional state as the United Kingdom. Not because these Tories. No, it can be fixed, obviously. It's going to take money. It's going to take will. It's going to take people. You got to want it. And people have got to feel like, you know, they've got something to, including the youngsters, obviously. There's something to aim for. Ambition. I remember when I was at school, right? They were the days. Anyway, when I was at school, and I had dreams and aspirations. I want to do photography. Even though I was always, you know, always done woodworking from a very early age. What actual real love was actually in photography. So I worked for a company in Norwich called Gove. It was the first job I got when I left school. And that was my ambition. That was my... Apart before that, I would be an astronaut, but, you know. Yeah. And anyway, I wanted to do photography. And that's what I did. I achieved that. I worked at Gove in Norwich, mainly doing... started out doing printing and working with RA4. Actually, we started with the EP2 chemistry first. And then I went over to the RA4 chemistry, which basically took half the time. That's when you used to get the prints come out of the machines within 30 minutes. Speed that up, you see. And, you know, you remember that when you used to go there and waiting in your queue to go and pick your pictures up. And, you know, some places, Coast Norwich, they show you every single, with the little white cotton gloves on, every single picture. A word for light, okay? Some of them are a bit rude. And they got queues of people. And I looked over the shoulder and I see all these porn, basically. Private porn. Those are the days. Yeah. But anyway, that's what I wanted to do, you see. And then I realised that the chemistry wasn't doing me any good. I was getting really bad eczema. All the forehead and rash and stuff. That's horrible. And that was from the steam, basically. From these 100 litres of chemicals I was mixing at a time. These big round circular vats, chuck all your chemicals in the water and what have you, had a heater in there and stuff, and it spun it around, pumped it around and into a circle like a cyclone. And all the vapours come off, and I just get a really bad rash. So I left there in the end, and basically went back into woodworking. Not back into it, but you know, I started doing woodworking. And that's what I stuck with. Woodworking and other construction skills. Then in 2002, I decided that I was going to get a degree in photography. My love of photography was never like weddings, because I did that for a while. Weddings and portraiture and stuff like that. I hated it. That wasn't me. Contemporary is my thing. I love contemporary art. And it's, just all sorts of stuff that I used to do. Anyway, I went back into construction work and stuff like that. But see, I had ambition. I had drive. That's something I wanted to do. And if it didn't work out for me, I thought the next thing to do. And it's even with this YouTube, like, you have an ambition and you have drive. You've got to try and make it work somehow. That's obviously failing miserably. I'm losing subscribers like that. I am flipping now on this channel anyway. Well, my woodworking channel's doing quite well. I get 900. It's now gone up to 950 subscribers in the last 28 days. Every 20, yeah, that's 28 days, which is pretty good. Whereas all shorts is just like this. It's just like treading water is. I'm doing something wrong. People don't like me. They hate me. People unsubscribing. So, anyway, James Cleverly. What did the blooming well say? Gotta see if I can find it now. Blimey, it was horrendous. No. Oh God, this man. I really can't stand him. I really can't. Action Men. Do you remember Action Men? I had a sailor one. I did, yeah, with the beard and stuff, you know. Because we had a boat build, and I want an Action Man. All my friends had Action Men. Like, you having a doll? They had to get me one with a beard. Looked a bit. Anyway, it looked a bit weird. Anyway, look at him. I'll have to find the picture of it though. Let's see what he had to say.
What kinds of things would they have to do?
Well, it could be a range of things. It could be a kind of a uniform public service, whether it be something like special constable or on-call firefighter or emergency health responder or environmental protection, flood defence work. So we're looking to keep this open.
What kinds of things would they have to do?
Well, it could be a range of things.
He's making it up, isn't he? He really is making it up. It's like they haven't even thought it through. And I hate to say this, but do I oh, dare I say it? Dare I say it? Oh, actually, hang on, just a second before I go further. James Cleverly lied. He said something that wasn't true. What? A Tory saying something that ain't true? Oh, crikey. Shoot me down. Fact check now.
We've been doing some checking of the facts. James Cleverly told you that if you exclude London from the statistics on knife crime, the number of offences was falling in England and Wales. And London is by no means, though, the only place where knife crime went up. In fact, it was up in more than half of police crime areas. And we've been doing some checking of the facts. James Cleverly told you that if you exclude London from the statistics on knife crime, the number of offences...
So he lied? No, not a Tory. That ain't gonna happen. Now, I hate to say it, but I think I have to agree with Nigel Farage on this one. The one who... But I think I need to.
A good idea, but impossible. And you know why? Because the army has shrunk from 100,000 to 75,000. The army itself has a massive recruitment problem. National service on any scale is literally impossible unless you build up the size of the army, and you need another 20,000 people to be trainers if you were doing it seriously. We now learn from James Cleverly that only 30,000 people out of 700,000 school leavers would be doing military service, which shows you what a joke it is. The only reason they're doing this is because they've had a focus group, and the focus group of potential reform voters have said they think national service would be a good idea. Well, I tell you what, that is what followership is as opposed to leadership. Everyone knows he doesn't mean it. Everyone knows he'd never, ever implement it. And we've had 14 years of this. 14 years of lying to the electorate, pretending you're conservative, and then doing the opposite in government. A good idea, but impossible.
Sorry, but I actually agree with him this time. I don't want to. No. I really don't want to. I can't stand him, in fact. He's such a horrid little critter that he is. I feel guilty. I really do. Blimey. Anyway, back into the chat. Hello, Jasper. I saw a Jasper, I did. Oh, dear me. And Brian Maguire, hello there. Long time no see. Hope you're well, my friend. Joe Marios, hello there. How are you doing? So I wasn't in prison. No. Is that Farage implying that reform voters are a bit slow? Yes. Grant Slow, no. Well, Utopia. Oh, crikey, I dream of that every day. Yeah. You get the Jehovah Witnesses, they come in their little utopian pictures. Oh, wouldn't you like it to be like this? It's like beautiful. It's like rolling hills and flowers and stuff. Yeah. Oh, dear. These people. HP brown sauce. I like Daddy's sauce. You can get it around here, but it's flipping expensive. I'm paying that for flipping Daddy's sauce to make my own. Why did the army shrank? Thanks to Farage and the Tories. Well, yeah. They decided to cut the funding. And hello, Top Smoke, I mean, well, cut the funding and maybe put the money elsewhere, like in the back pocket. If you exclude everywhere except Shetland. Good man. Hello there. Hello, Jeff James. Well. Oh, hey, Brian. Nipped out. 48 carry out. Did you? Hello, Steve McGowan. London is literally nicknamed Stab City. It's not everywhere in London. And be fair, actually, it's not always London where the stabbings are, is it? No. Top Smoke, you should have seen the hate in my new GFIs when I told her I voted Brexit. Oh, your girlfriend's eyes. Oh, I got you. The hate in my new girlfriend's eyes when I told her I voted Brexit. But when I explained why I did it, she decided it was a fantastic bit of political activism. All Scots vote Tory. Oh, dear. No, don't do it. Oh, crikey. Scotland's been bled dry by this lot. It really is. And it's not just this government, it's consecutive governments. It's ridiculous. Did you all miss me? I did. I missed you. How was it on the ship? Were you on the ship? Were you on? No, hang on. You were in the Philippines or somewhere. Was it Philippines? I don't know. Were you building houses or I don't know, digging wells or something? I can't remember now. Planting trees. Were you planting trees in Philippines or Singapore? You went on that airline, were you? The one that went through the clean air turbulence like a thermal. Oh, that poor bloke bashed his head and died. Well, actually, he got a heart attack, didn't he? But a lot of other people who were on that Singapore airline flight got spinal injuries. Do you realise it's just happened again in Dublin? See, I keep my head to the ground, you see. Yeah. Dublin. I'm looking details up though, but yeah, apparently a flight in Dublin has also had a similar incident. I don't know if anyone's hurt or not, but as someone who flies aeroplanes and also fly soarers, as in road gliders, thermal soarers. And basically what you do is you're looking for thermals, but it's different. With clean air, there isn't really anything there to create the thermal. Normally is the hot air basically rising off top buildings or tarmac and stuff like that. That creates, in warm weather, rising hot air. And the idea is you find the rising hot air and then you can gain more height. And you can gain more height and you fly for longer because there's no engine. Because it's a glider. Well, the same effects that obviously affect Boeings. There's quite a few things affect Boeings, actually. Like wheels falling off. Doors. Panels being sucked out the side. Software that makes it, the computer believe that the ground is further away than what it actually is. Yeah, quite a few things really wrong with these Boeings, and now they reckon there's a whole load of engineering issues as well that can cause. Oh no, actually, there wasn't. What was it now? There's an electrical fault near one of the fuel tanks that could explode. on more than one plane. How many aircraft are out there, you know? It's nuts. It's very worrying. Caroline's flying back on Wednesday. Her plane will blow up. Crikey. I better get insured quickly. Billy gone. Billy Kershaw, elephants. Electrics off. Mobile signal dodgy. Sorry, folks. I'm out. Take care, buddy. Blimey, electric's out. Got power cuts. England be damned. Vote Brexit. What? God's sake. So you voted Brexit basically to destroy England, but also damage Scotland at the same time. Didn't get independence, did you? Get the beard trimmer, Santa. I do trim it. I need to go ZZ Top. I want it down there, you know, so I can put beads and stuff. I'll be like one of the, you know, the dwarfs on the Lord of the Rings. I'm a good dwarf. I would. I've got the height. Oh, I seldom give said word. Oh, says Joe. Let me come. When you go to school in Outer Mongolia, you learn how to... Oh, hang gliding. Excellent. Wow, that'd be pretty cool. I've done it a couple of times. Not my own, as tandem, so... I've had flying lessons, several flying lessons, and I've run out of money. I've got my flying card here. Some of my hours on it. Where is that? Oh, it's in a workshop. Brits in flights now are always on the watch list. More incidents with them than with all the other nationalities combined. It's usually the holidaymakers, unfortunately. Lager louts. They're literally looking for trouble. The problem is, it's just a few that really gives the rest of us a really bad name. We need to squash them. Or quash them. But the beard needs sheep shears. Well, the mechanical ones or the electric ones. I sold a pair of them recently. Dreadlocks. No, because then if I get dreadlocks, you see, I'll be accused of appropriation. Right? No, so I've been racist. I don't get that personally, but there you go. I don't understand that one. No. I'm going to knot my bed once it's big enough. Or knot it. You know, I can keep things in it, like a occasional pencil. Sorry. And also keep, snacks. Actually, no, I can't. Not yet. That'll be later at the dog treat anyway, but... Oh, no, she's seen it. Oh, God. There you go. You got to make an effort. She won't jump up for anything. Yet when I come home, she'd jump up all over me. But she won't jump up for a treat. She expects me to give it to her. There you go. That did count wrong, didn't it? And while he's still asleep, I'll leave him alone. He's sleepy. I'll give him one in a minute. Oh, you're being sarcastic, Salonica. Oh, okay. I can't have my brain working that quickly, for Christ's sake. Anyway, where were we? So, that one, something clumsily, fact check, just to break the monotony and all that, I suppose we really need to have just something to lighten the mood and make your heart beat. Excited and sexually aroused.
Domine salvum fac, reginam nostram Elizabeth, et exaudi nos in die, in quar invoca verimus te. Domine salvum...
Stop. Right. So, this crazy policy.
Smaller in number, are we?
Oh,
but larger in mind.
Excellent. Oh, cheers, buddy. Yay. Fox. She's awful, isn't she? I saw a woman with a hairy armpits. Oh, no. You do get that around here, actually. Yeah, you get the in France. You do get rural France. You do get the occasional hairy armpit. I think it's France. I think they don't. Yeah, I don't mind that. It's all au naturel. It's the hairy feet I can't stand. My firm stand against the Gibraltar. Oh, my firm stand against the Gibraltar is that there is several bastards that have my money and way too much of Spanish taxpayers' money in Gibraltar. They've I don't know if you heard. They're talking about. Well, actually, the officials and the ministers in Gibraltar. They said it's time to get the board's got to come down and be included within the Schengen area. You can imagine how the Brexiters are. I can't know what to say about that one. But there's about 15 or 20,000 people a day go across that border for work, commute for work, and that. Whether it be Spanish working in Gibraltar or Gibraltarians working in Spain, it makes perfect sense. But what happening? So that means Gibraltar end up becoming will become an external border. Oh dear! You're gonna, yeah. We're not having a border within the United Kingdom. I'm afraid so. You got one in the Northern Ireland anyway. Yeah. Gibraltar is not. Actually, I just thought something. What about Northern Ireland, right? And this national service. When you got the Catholics aren't going to want to do national service, are they? How's this policy going to work out? It just doesn't make any sense. If you read my comments, especially on Mark, you will see I consider Gibraltar an anachronism without any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I do read your comments, you know I do, because I tell you. Joe leaves me some very lovely, very long comments, but I do actually make an effort to read them. I'm usually on the toilet when I read. I can read them first thing in the mornings normally. Needed to know that, didn't you? But no, I do actually read his comments. I actually go through all the comments, but I can't comment on all of them, obviously. And I can't even, it's just too many. I do get a lot of comments on this channel, but I get no subscribers. Gibraltar is not Schengen, no, not yet. But it could be included within the Schengen area. That would be, well, have access to the Schengen area without a border. So it won't be actually within Schengen, because that would take a negotiation, wouldn't it? I would pay to see a coffee and mug nanny session. Oh, Kofi! A Kofi and mug nanny session. Oh my giddy aunt. Facebook all about love roast beef. Okay. Gibraltar is Spanish. It is now, or will be. Is it like 8% of the people working in Gibraltar are Spanish? Yeah, and that part of Spain has one of the highest unemployment of 25%. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it's just what I was reading. All I know is that the authorities in the ministers, or wherever they are in Gibraltar, it's now time for that border to come down, and this has actually been going on for some while. And David Cameron, Lord Cameron, fake Lord Cameron, he's known about this for some time and hasn't said anything. And now the Tory nut jobs, they're blaming him, such as Bill Cash, for instance. He ain't happy about it. Good. He's stepped down as well, isn't he? Bill Cash stepped down, isn't he? Good. He's old git anyway, isn't he? Brian, nice one. Oh, cheers, buddy.
Smaller in number, are we?
Of free
But larger in mind.
Benguit pine saplings from the Filipinos. Oh, you were in the Philippines. Ah, were you planting trees, Brian, in the Philippines? Pine saplings. So I've planted few pines, but not many, on our little rewilding project here. We've got 1, 2, 6. We haven't done a part of our project actually. We planted them a few years ago. Some of them are getting quite big now. But we're just as more like specimen trees. They're not done like a blooming hedgerow. The worst hedge you can have is a Leylandii hedge, you know, a conifer hedge. Ugh, I hate them. Absolutely hate them. You see, the thing about a conifer, it kind of grows from the inside out. So if you cut back too hard, it just dies. You just in a big ball patches. So you've probably seen it, haven't you? You know, whereas a deciduous tree is not deciduous tree. It you can actually prune it hard back to the trunk, and it'll just all shoot and come back again, like a new tree, like a new hedge. So like privet and what have you, you can regenerate it, or laurel, or box, any of them, any of the deciduous shrubs you can do that with. Orbidge, I hope you're well. Now, we've been talking about the national service and how excited we all are to send our kids. Get them out of our hair. All sorts to try and keep the soil up. Oh, that's interesting. You're getting what, because all the rain and what have you, getting a lot of washout. Is that what it is? Look, erosion. Makes perfect sense. Maybe that might be a good reason for us, because we're on the hill, and the amount of rain we've had recently. Oh my God, it's so wet, boggy. I have my garden. I've got an area in my garden. Well, Jasper knows what I'm talking about. Where one of the greenhouses we're going to be covering in a few weeks' time. It's saturated. It's literally, it's got pools of water on the top. So I don't know about planting there now. So we're going to need to put some drainage pipes in. Lonesome pines. Well, they're not that lonesome. There's another one just sort of there. They're not touching each other. So yeah, they look so much nicer when they're actually an actual tree. So we've got I think it's 3 varieties or 4 varieties. About 6 of those. It's nearly all deciduous trees that we've been putting in. Lots of oaks and stuff like that. The entire speech on the UK about Gibraltar is the same good old, they need us more than we need them. Oh, God. Really? Are you making that up? That's nuts. Gibraltar's like a little rock. They've got hardly one on there. Like I say, most of the people are Spanish. And 96% of them voted to stay in the EU. So, nuts. How do I remember those figures? And then I can't remember other stuff. It's stupid, isn't it? I forget things all the time. I get a brain fog these days. And, sometimes I want to say something, I just can't think of it, you know. 2 minutes ago, it was in my head, and I just forgot, just like that. So, apparently it's something to do with this fibromyalgia, because you have like a foggy head. The beer helps. Not. Oh, Marcus, Gibraltar is too sexy. Is it? Oh, is it? Too sexy for my...
Nigel's a model, you know what I mean, and he does his little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah, he does his little turn on the catwalk. Get him off, Nigel. I'm too sexy for my cat, too sexy for my cat. Poor pussy cat. Oh, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
Oh, blimey.
But new.
Oh, these people. Yeah. So the Tories want to bring back some form of compulsory national service. I haven't even done this bit yet. I just quit and then we'll go on to something else then. So the Conservatives want to bring back mandatory national service. 12 months of mandatory. Okay, it's a mandatory. Mandatory national service will be reintroduced by the Conservatives if they win the general election. And you know what? Oh crikey, Keir Starmer says if he wins the general election, if he asks me, it makes the dance like more sense. If I can find it. Where's it gone? Not that one. No. Oh, there we are. That makes more sense. Let's bring that one onto there. Where's it gone? Where is? Blimey. Sorry about that. There we go. This is what Keir Starmer is saying. Okay. If he brings back.
Yes, I want to see 16 and 17-year-olds voting. They can go out and work. They can serve in our armed forces. And of course, if they are out and working, they pay tax. and therefore they should have a say over how the money they're paying in is being used. So yes, I want to see that vote for 16 and 17-year-olds. If you can work, if you can pay tax, if you can serve in your armed forces, then you ought to be able to vote.
And to be honest, what difference is it going to make to wait another year? Why the hell shouldn't 16-year-olds, you know, to be honest? The ones I've met, they're brighter. I tell you what, my little granddaughter's brighter than those flipping lot who voted for Brexit. What giddy on? I just want my Brexit, they said. Half those people, they shouldn't be allowed to vote. Seriously, that's ridiculous. There should be some form of test you have to do, some sort of basic test. Just to make sure that you actually understand how the political system just works. And how important your vote is. And the difference that you can make as an individual and why you should vote. There should be some form of mandatory test. Democracy as it stands in the UK don't work anyway. We haven't really got democracy in the UK. How can you have democracy when you've got MPs that are supposed to defend their constituency to the hill, and then they get whipped in line? They get told what to vote for, and quite often it's against their own constituency. That's not democracy. It's really not. It's a fake. This is fake democracy. And we've got an unelected second house. That's not democracy. We've got a monarchy. That's not democracy. It's ridiculous. It's fake. We haven't really got democracy. You see, they're their manifestos. Half the time we don't keep them anyway. So what are you voting for? That's not democracy. That's my feeling anyway. Probably wrong. So yeah, 12 months of mandatory national service will be introduced if the Conservatives win the general election. Stiff upper lip and all that. Yeah. Now, 18-year-olds would be able to apply for one of the 30,000 full-time military placements, all volunteering one weekend a month, carrying out this community service. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak,
Smaller in number, are we?
said he believes
larger
that bring
in
back
mind.
compulsory national service across the whole of the UK. Just let me get my girls out of the country first. Out of the UK would help foster the national spirit that emerged during the pandemic. Now, Labour criticised the plans, expected to cost about 2.5 billion, and some people are saying that's not enough. Anyway, because we haven't got the infrastructure there to be able to cope with it. We haven't got, and that we're going to privatise that as well. It's desperate, it is, and it's unfunded. Competent government. That's what the Tories like to say, isn't it? They're competent. We look after your money, they like to say. Would you take it from over here and we'll put it over there on some other harebrained scheme? So the Conservatives want the first teenagers to take part in a pilot. They want to fly, you know. Blimey. They want the 18-year-olds to be pilots. It's like the flippin' bus drivers. Okay, well, not that kind of pilot. Yeah, they want to do a pilot from September 2025 with details to be worked out by the Royal Commission. The Armed Forces placements would allow young people to learn about cybersecurity, logistics, procurement, and civil response operations. Now they want to be peeling spuds. The Armed Forces haven't got the facilities, or the ability, or the flipping amount of people to be able to facilitate this. They just haven't. They've been stripped. Been stripped bare. Non-military volunteering would involve 25 days with organisations such as the fire service. A lot of the fire service are volunteers themselves. The police and the NHS, do they really want to have these anomalies? Youngsters that may not want to actually be there. Mr. Sunak said, "This is a great country. But generations of young people have not had opportunities." Yeah, because you haven't provided opportunities. You haven't given them opportunities. You have failed. This is a failure of government. You haven't provided them with the potential of aspirations, you know? These are aspirations of delusion, I suppose. Or delusions of grandeur. Delusions of something. These people are crazy. Maybe James Cleverly looks so shifty and uncomfortable because he thinks it's a load of crock shit. That's what he thinks. I think he thinks it's poo. We're a bit spoiled. Anyway, I saw a super chat. Oh, hello, Stomkid. Nice one. Cheers, buddy. So Starmer is following Scotland, having 16-year-olds are voting. Yeah, oh yes, you already do, don't you? Old can vote in the Scottish general election, as well as the EU citizens living in Scotland. The morally correct thing to do. It really is, isn't it? I think I can't vote in French elections, so I would like to. Unless I can get citizenship, maybe one day. Would that be nice? So yes, Scotland's already doing it. Already allowing the 16-year-olds in Scotland to vote. Makes good sense. So really, you're not benefiting from that one, are you? They didn't mention that, did they? Keir Starmer didn't mention anything about that in any of his interviews about Scotland. Already got 16-year-olds who can already vote. Didn't mention it. Don't get me wrong, you know, if Labour gets in, what have you, I hope, and let's say, for instance, if Labour beats SNP, I don't know what the score, what the poll's saying regarding that at the moment, but let's say, for instance, I just hope they do right by the Scottish people. Stop this flippance. We need more devolution in government. Scotland must be allowed, you know, and Wales must have more power, and so should the mayors. They need more devolved power. You see, here in France. Oh, it's so wonderful. Why didn't you move there? I have. Anyway, that's what you usually get told. The thing about here in France, there's a totally different system. That we have our little mayors. Every little town, so even our little town, has a mayor. The beauty about that idea or that concept, and we're talking about much smaller than Manchester, for instance, or Birmingham, you know, or London. You know, they're talking about very small towns, or very, you know, about under 2,000 people, including all the surrounding. Yeah, hey, we've got a mayor. We've got a mayor, but they know everything. They know what needs to be done. They know the state of the place. They know the problems. They know the people. That's the difference. So there's a connection, and every little town is like that. They have their own mayor. If you ever travelled in France and you're going through a little town somewhere, you might come across the mairie, which is basically the council office for that town. And there'll be flags outside, usually an EU flag and the national flag. So it just makes perfect sense. It works. The problem is what tends to happen. What's happened in the UK? Too many councils have gobbled up other councils, shifted the borders of responsibility. Now, Broughton District Council was at Norfolk, I can't remember now. Broughton or Norfolk was going to be gobbled up by Norwich City Council. Luckily, it didn't. Because what happens is you end up with too big a beast, and they can't deal with it. They can't manage it. And things go wrong. You know, these councils get too big. Like Grenfell, you know. Those councils are too large. They don't even know what they're doing half the time. They don't know the people. The only people they know are the ones who keep knocking on their door. Even the English regiments were predominantly Irish. Irish? If you're not allowed to vote during your first 18 years of life, you should not be allowed to vote during the last 8. Oh, please. In my opinion, says Jup James. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Crikey, is it me? Or, yeah, I'm sure I'm losing a few brain cells. But not everybody, but some. I think that my grandfather, until the day he died, he was flipping sharp. Really, really sharp. And he served in the forces. He was stationed in France and Germany and Belgium and places. In fact, he was one of the first people to drive into Belsen Camp. And he's actually, I think I mentioned this before, he's got my sister's got now actually one of Von Kramer's dress daggers. And it's got VK written in the title parts, all it's got its initials in it. And it's he believed in the EU. He believed in the EU, but he's sharp as whistle. And if your friends before he died, he had epileptic fits, so he just like phased out. A bit like my dog, a bit like Wally. Not that one. That's him. But anyway, Wally has fits, and he just like that. I'll be playing chess with him, all right, and he phased out. So I try to move the bits about. But he knew exactly where they're supposed to be. He didn't see me do it because he wasn't with it. But he moved the bits, boy. You couldn't beat him. He was sharp, really, really sharp. Someone like that, you know, he clearly knows what he wants, and he's kept his mind active. Problem with some people, they vegetate, don't they? You know, and watch GB News, talk TV. Oh my God, flipping hell! Oh crikey, yeah. Mike Graham can grow concrete, apparently. Oh, well, anyway, back into the chat. Here we go. I apologise. So, what have I missed? I saw something. Someone speak to. All shorts. Oh, and QR. Oh, there we go. All shorts. If you did not know, the biggest supplier of GCSE training in the UK, which is not a school, is UK Armed Forces. Oh, interesting. Okay. You can join at 16, but 16 to 18 you have to do your GCSEs and your apprenticeships. Interesting. But the thing is, these are people who want to be there, not forced to be there. So Drippy is offering kids national service and Labour is offering them the vote. Now, there's a tough choice. I wonder. Blimey. Yeah, 2.5 billion dream on. Yeah, where's that come from? Oh, yes, Levelling Up Fund. But the thing is, though, the Tories, they're not going to have anyone to put in seats, are they? Well, just pluck them out. Yeah, how long is it? You know, 4th of July. And they've got a campaign. Where are they going to get the people from? Where are they going to miraculously get a load of MPs, are they? To fill all these... Oh, crikey. I can't remember how many it was now. It's about 80 odd that stepped down, isn't it? And about 150 odd in total or something, where they haven't been able to fill seats before. Just it's shrinking, it's tiny. We want it eviscerated. Spontaneous Tory combustion. That's what we want. That's what I want. I'd love to see that. Oh. Yeah. You don't know a book burn, we need a Tory burn. No spuds to peel as they be too expensive to import. But we have an excess amount of seed potatoes in Scotland because you can't export them into the EU anymore. Crazy. What grinds my gears, says Grantstone. Oh, grind my gears. How the likes of Hancock on his 15 grand wannabe wage per day. Johnson, who was caught on camera somewhere. Have I got that here somewhere? Oh my God, you're seeing it. Where is it? Have I got it? I might have it somewhere. No, I thought I did. Boris Johnson was caught on camera, right? And not word of a lie, he was wearing awful shorts. His shirt was all tucked in. His boobs were like had erections, and he is wearing pointy shoes with socks. It looked ridiculous. It looked like, I don't know. It looked like a retarded penguin. I don't know. It's just bizarre. Got no style, that one. No style at all. It's a UK tradition, Grantstone. Oh, Grantstone. What grinds my gears? Yeah. Okay. What grinds my... Yeah. Mark, etc. All walk away scot-free, extremely wealthy people. Yeah, because basically they've caused all this damage, haven't they? They've brought us this Brexit. Get that, Brexit! They brought us that flipping Brexit, and ordinary folk have got to live with it. Now, Donald Tusk, he was right. You can move now, Donald.
I wonder what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely. Thank you.
Blimey. It's nuts, isn't it? You're right, you're 100% right. They're just going to get away with everything. Rishi Sunak, he might, in California, he's already been given donations to schools and what have you, like 2 million or something to a Californian school. Probably still got his green card. the end of the day, he's got money. So you've got money, do what you like, can't you? They're not going to say no to him. Oh, yeah, the ex-UK Prime Minister, they're not going to say no to him. Although Biden might. They love the Irish. The Irish they love, yeah. Does Biden. Needs remedy. We do need to remedy it, as in these rich buggers just get away with everything. There's always those with flipping money, screwing over everyone else. And what they're doing? Blaming the youngsters for absolutely everything. If it ain't the youngsters, it's the junior doctors, it's the nurses, it's the teachers. But now the teachers aren't the ones who put all that flipping out concrete everywhere, are they? No. The Tories. Well, actually, it's probably Labour as well for that one. It was just construction method at the time. Stupid construction method, you know. Reinforced, aerated, something concrete, whatever it's called. Nuts. Stupid stuff. Lightweight concrete. It's just full of air, like an aero bar. So yeah, they get away with it. They bugger off and leave us holding all the shit, basically, trying to carry the country forwards. See, Keir Starmer and his little gang, they're gonna find it bloody difficult, in their defence, to actually get anything done. And they will have to rob Peter, pay Paul. Hopefully they'll be robbing from places like, for instance, ridiculous, stupid policies like, I don't know, I could take Rwanda, for instance. That's a bunch of money that can be put somewhere else. This crazy policy regarding national service doesn't have a bunch of money, we'll put that somewhere else. So there will be, a shifting of monies, and hopefully they'll be able to reorganise in a sense where it's more sensible. There is a lot of waste. There's a huge amount of waste. And usually it surrounds privatisation. That's what we need to get out of the health services. Privatisation via the back door needs to go. Otherwise, you're just going to go around in circles. There's never going to be enough money. It's the same situation, obviously, with the water companies. When you've got profit involved and shareholders, I'd say exactly the same thing with the NHS. That's monies that have been created or paid for by, for argument's sake, the taxpayers' money, what have you, national insurance. But it's going into shareholders' pockets. That makes no sense. It makes perfect sense for them, but it doesn't make any sense to provide funding for the NHS. Massive amounts of money is wasted. I've talked about this loads of times regarding things like, rubber gloves. You buy nitrile gloves, sterile nitrile gloves for £5 for a box, and they're paying over £30, for a box of gloves. That's across the board. That's right across the NHS. Everything. So much waste. They also need to look at regarding the procurement of intravenous, for instance. It comes in the form as a kit. Well, it did when my son was there at the University Hospital in Norwich. The whole kit. And half the time they just used one bit of it. Well, why can't we just buy that one bit? Not buy the whole kit. Makes no sense. Just waste. So much waste. And when you consider one nurse, such as Darren was there, he was getting through one box of gloves a day. Because every patient you saw, you took a pair of gloves off and you put a new pair on. Every patient. In, out, patient, all day long. He was getting through a box a day, he said. And that's when they had that, was it then, MSRA or something, is it MSRA? They had that bug, didn't they, in the hospital? So they have to be really, really careful on special measures. It's a new hospital as well. PFI, privately funded hospital. So it's kind of, it's sad, really, when we get rid of functioning hospitals like we have in Norwich. It's an old building, what have you, but it was still serviceable. They replaced it, and Tony Blair waved a flag about it, said, "Oh, this is a fantastic new project, blah, 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 blah," but it was PFI. I think it was Tony Blair. It was Tony Blair. but they just sell off all the land that the old hospital was on. It's built houses on it. You know, just losing infrastructure left, right, and centre. It's been sold off, and then that money just gets lost, gets gobbled up. You know, you can't. You know, infrastructure should be used to make money. Again and again and again. Like, for instance, if you've got land, you rent it, because then you've got security. You don't sell it, because if you sell it, it's gone. You spend the money and you've got nothing. And it's been happening across the board of all the councils around the UK. The infrastructure's been sold off. Infrastructure, land and what have you, property, owned by the councils, originally owned by the councils, now been sold off. Not all of it, but a lot of it has. See, that's stuff that's land, what have you, that could have been used to build houses on, for social housing. But instead, you know, it gets sold off, they get they get influx of money, and then they spend it and it's gone. Whereas they could have done something else with it. They could have put land, you know, they could have done leasehold on that land. If a private, contractor wants to build on it, could have been leasehold. At least they got money's coming in. You see, social housing. I like the idea of social housing. And I've been thinking about it. I mentioned it last week regarding having a regional but government contracted building firm. So basically, it's they employ, I don't know, site managers and what have you. Then you get your contractors in, but it's all kept in house. Building social housing instead of relying on. We still get them to do it as well. Where the like walk on homes, you know, these housing estates, you get a certain amount of social housing has to be built to comply with the so they get their planning permission. We can still do that. If we want, you know, if we build them, if we want to be serious about building the houses that we need in the UK for social housing, well, we need to be a bit more adventurous. I think we're doing it in other ways, where we're not thinking about profit margins. You know, construction firms, that's all they're interested in is the profit. It's not about providing homes. It's about how much money they can make. They're business, aren't they, after all? That works, capitalist system. Whereas if we had this harebrained scheme of mine, in theory, we'd just literally just be building houses for the purpose of housing people. To me, that makes more sense. And then maybe we'd be building properties or houses that actually did the job properly. Actually, yeah. You see, in the past, we've had publicly owned stuff in the past. Something like, for instance, the water companies were publicly owned. They wouldn't necessarily done a very good job. But that's down to bad management. Doesn't matter who owns it. You've got the wrong people there doing the job. Just the wrong people. You just got to get the right people. You know, like I said earlier, only good as the people you surround yourself with. That's the same with any business. And that's the same with any, well, council office, for instance. If you've got a load of time wasters in, you're not going to get anywhere, are you? So with the civil service, you can say with anything, can't you? You know, you're always going to get the oddball in there that don't really pull their weight. And then you got those who carry them. Those who do too much. And then it gets expected of them. They do it all the time then, you see. And unfortunately for them, it's expected. If I've got to do it, I'm going to lose my job. It's nuts, really. What have I missed? What have I missed in the chat? And my little rant. Freedom for Scotland from the waste monster. Yes. I can't argue. The things I've been reading recently, and actually over the last year or two, actually, about it, and I think, crikey, Scott. The idea that Scotland can't actually take care of itself, can't fund itself, and with all this crap that goes on from central government about how Scotland needs us, you know, because they're like, you know, there's a deficit. They cost more than they create. That's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. They keep going on about what was it, Ali Mirage, whatever his name, going on about the education in Scotland failing and stuff like that. It's rubbish. It's frustrating, actually. It's really frustrating. And at the end of the day, you know, Scotland's got all the wind power, pretty much. Okay, we've got someone on the East Anglian coastline as well, but there's a huge amount of wind power up in Scotland. You've got obviously gas and what have you. You've got minerals. Got Scotch whiskey. You got to have your Scotch whiskey, you know. You got the Caledonian Canal. You're not getting no container ships down there, probably though. I've sailed through it, but a long time ago. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Scotland can support itself. At the end of the day, we're bleeding them dry. That's exactly what we're doing. So it's a bit of a shame. It's a bit embarrassing, really. Nuts, oh hazelnuts, says Grant Sloan. Cover 'em in chocolate. How do you pronounce that? Soa Alba? Soa Alba? How do you pronounce it? I think there was a debate about that before, wasn't it? When Alex Salmond started this party. The Alba Party. Johnson, the style junkie, says. Grant Sloan. Oh my God, no, he's not. Oh, crikey. He is horrendous. It's like, okay, that's what I chucked on the floor when I got into bed last night. He picked it and put it straight back on again. Behind me. How the hell did that man get where he is? And obviously fell off that pedestal rather quickly. Not as quickly as Trustmind. Got beaten by lettuce. Star chunky. Oh, what have I missed? It's outrageous how much land and infrastructure the Tories have sold and siphoned off. Yep. Big time. It's not just the Tories, it's the councils. Because basically what's happened is the councils have actually, whether it be Tory or Labour, whoever they might be, they've had no choice, you see, because they have to balance the books. So how are we going to do it this year? We're going to balance the books. We're in bankruptcy. Yeah, it's already happened, isn't it? So what they do, they sell off something to be able to do that. But money's gone, and it's lost. That infrastructure's gone for good. You're not going to get it back, are you? So less money to apply in the state. So less money to apply in the state and the economy. Yeah, it's madness, really. But it all starts with the Tory party with the cuts. How much funding they've cut from various councils, including Scotland as well. Massive amounts. They expected, we had austerity, didn't we? Those cuts there. And then it seems like every year there's more and more cuts. Or when they give them extra money, it doesn't actually meet the inflation levels. So effectively, they've had a cut. Alison Care says, all shorts, the IV kits are still cheaper than individual parts of the kits. Yeah, but they shouldn't be. They're just doing it all wrong then. It shouldn't be. And that's only because of supply and demand, because they're selling all IV kits. So obviously, they're selling more of them, it's going to bring the price down. Isn't it? Maybe if we sold all the individual parts, it might bring the prices down. The thing is, you see, when you're dealing with private companies to buy your stuff from via contract, it's written into those contracts that they can up the prices to their discretion, pretty much. That's, whereas when you consider the whole of the NHS as a buyer, the whole of the NHS, not individual hospitals having to buy from a flipping catalogue. Look at the buying power you've got. Massive buying power. It's not just one privatised company, is it? Because there's more than one company, you see, supplying the NHS. It's not just one central, privatised company. It's crazy. Just pushes the price up. Massive power they got. They could really squeeze those prices right down, including drugs and that as well. They could squeeze them right down because they're a huge buyer. That's what happens in the United States. They squeeze the people. Hello, the vicar. Good evening, Tory voters. Good evening. Yeah, we've all turned, we have. Well, yeah, the worm's turned. We've all turned into Tory voters. Do you know what done it? It's the National Service for our kids. That's what's done it. Yeah, we've had a brilliant idea. We want to do it. We do what go with it, yeah. Brilliant. Sod. Hello, Vicar. If I was a UK citizen, I would vote Count Binface, and so would I. I might still do it. Just for the hell of it. Oh, is he running in my constituents? I don't know. The only honest politician of them all. He says it as it is. Crikey, what did he say recently? What was it? I've got to find it now. Have I got it here? I don't know if I have actually. Oh no, I might not have Count Binface. I'll get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Where do my screens keep going? Oh, I see it. That's hiding. There you go. That one. Where is he? Bum, 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 bum. Maybe. No, can't find it. Count Binface, yeah, he was making more suggestions earlier today. Where is it? Binface.
Of it. Now have you calmed down?
No. Okay. Oh, Maxwell Spare shared something earlier today. Yeah, do the people in this constituency all share the same brain cell? I'm sorry, but you might have something there. Yeah. Fine. Oh no! Get back up again. It's all minimised. Oh, that's okay. We're back again. Blimey. I've got to just click on them all again. Why does it do that? Just all minimises. Something I'm doing wrong. Right, so which one is that? Let's have a look. Which Twitter window is that? Oh, it's that one. Right, so got to find that Twitter window. Oh, there it is. Right, there we go. Right. So Rob Spare. Do the people in this constituency, South West Norfolk, yeah, Norfolk. It isn't just South West either, I'll tell you. The Right Honourable Liz Truss isn't a poll. This is saying 53.9% for Liz Truss. The women who got beaten by a flippin' lettuce.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Liberty in China. Oh dear, we don't stand to open hell, do we, in Norfolk? We really don't. Blimey! Where are we now? Let's bring it over here. Okay. I think we've done the old national service to death now, haven't I? So I'll get rid of that for the moment. But where are we? Everything's minimised. It's all gone all over the place. Well, in Australia, Brexit carnage. Brexit hasn't worked for the United Kingdom, says Sky News in Australia. The idea that we're going back to the Great British Empire, starting trade deals with all over the world, hasn't really happened. That's in the Sky News. Come on, open up. Well, that's slow. Australia's done quite well out of it, mind. So this was on the 21st, 3 days ago. The UK Prime Minister. Okay. So Brexit hasn't worked for the United Kingdom, says UTS industry professor and chief economist Tim Harcourt. Mr. Harcourt noted that it's very rare for a country to cut itself off from its trading partners. It's quite funny to see or to hear what other countries think about Brexit. Just want my Brexit. you see. It's not that Brexit's been a failure. It's how we've implemented Brexit has been a failure. Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, God, save me from this madness. Well, Miss Harcourt, this idea that we're going to go back to the British Empire of starting trade deals all over the world, and in particular an American trade deal, which hasn't panned out, but, you know, okay, the EU's done all right out of it with the sanctions that the United States have put on China. The EU's exports have gone up. They've got 48 billion deficit at the moment with the United States in the EU's favour. So, where's the rest of it gone? I was there earlier. It's disappeared. That's annoying. It was an article earlier, and now it's just a clip or snippet. I'll get rid of that one then. These things are sent to try me, that they are. Oh, not on there, not on there. Right. Now, Rishi Sunak has been getting a bit of ridicule since he announced his general election on Independence Day. And then he went to the Titanic shipyard. And then he went to, McVitie's warehouses, and had two individuals who happened to be Tories. One was a councillor. So plants. They keep putting plants in the background just to make numbers up. One was a minister and one was an MP. And then we had, quite often, you know, on the question time. It's not unusual, is it? It's not unusual to have the odd plant, quite often Tory plants, or individuals that you see in more than one question time. In the audience, asking questions. Well, we asked earlier today if the last brand to show shade on Rishi Sunak would shut up the shop after Waitrose, Ryanair, and Currys all joined in the fun at the expense of the beleaguered, rather wet Prime Minister. Oh dear, what did he think that's a good idea? Did he want people to feel sorry for him? It looks like his actually suit's been scotch guarded. Look, the water's running off. He's been scotch guarded. He's like a piece of furniture. That face. Blimey. So, it turns out that we weren't joking quite as much as we thought we were after Aldi joined in. Became the latest retailer to pile in, and we've never known a day one of an election campaign quite like it. Nothing quite like it. It all began when the good people at No Contest Brits asked this after... this is on Twitter, obviously. Oh, X, formerly Twitter. Most unfortunate election launch on Wednesday. Caption this. Right. There's a few people decided to weigh in and give their point of view that they did. Yes, I'm just a boy standing in front of an electorate asking them to vote for me. Isn't that Love Actually? Is that from the film Love Actually? Isn't it? Drowning Street. Wally without a brolly. Are the days of winter sunshine just as sad for you too? When it is misty in the evenings and I am out walking by myself, it seems to me that the rain is falling through my heart and causing it to crumble into ruins. What? Am wet in bio. Am wet in bio. What? Don't get it. Oldies. Okay. I'm coming out of Tesco, realising you just spent £40 on eggs and bread. Well, that's inflation for you, Rishi Sunak. That it is. Where's my chat gone? Oh, there we go. Don't know why I keep doing that today. He's literally minimising on me. Don't know why that is at all. Bayo, say la vie. It's outrageous how much land infrastructure was sold off. Let's go right down the bottom. What have I missed? What have I missed? Right. The Vicar says, different issues caused by the Tories. It was quite a sight. I hope he's out of a job in a few weeks. Oh, crikey, won't he just? We will all be very happy to see the end of the Tory party. And I think it's inevitable now. They're not going to claw back much. If they can manage to claw anything back at all, if not, they're going to keep losing. People got to a point now where they just had enough. And whatever the Tories do or say, it's falling on deaf ears. And these harebrained schemes, it's just opportunism, and it's just desperate. Really desperate. Victor says, I was in my local. The night of the May local elections. Chris Green, MP. Tory with an 8,800 majority. Was in. And there was quite a queue of unhappy people going over to him and giving him grief about it. Oh, did you video it? We need some video clips of that. That sounds funny. Yeah, wait until Brexit. The Australians just covered that. Wait until Brexit is really done. It's not done yet. We haven't got bank clearing it done yet. No. The fishing ain't finished yet. No. Oh, what, Norway as well? Fishing quotas, Norway. And you've got the EES. Being outside the European Union. Means that we're going to be... Well, I'm not, actually, because I've got my cuts as your... I don't have to have my biometrics done. In fact, actually, they're already done. They're all part of the cuts as your... We have to do our fingerprints and stuff at the time. But... that is going to be an absolute shit show. The EES, the electronic entry exit system. That is going to be it. No one's ready. Eurostar's ready. The airports will be okay because they've already got systems in place. Really, the airports have. We'll slow things down, mind, but the actual ports, Dover especially, going to really struggle. Now they have been in contact with the government, asking them, we need some help here. What can we do about this? You know, with the proposal of actually setting it up inland somewhere, where it'd be Sevington or something like that. You know, where the Farage garage is. My glasses are wonky, and but they haven't had no response yet. And besides, there's no way they're going to get the infrastructure in place before it's implemented in October. That's the date they're talking about. It might be delayed a little bit, but it's going to be this year. But I'm fairly confident now because the thing is, it has to be ratified, you see, between all the other member states. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Thumbs up. Flick the switch. Are you ready? Yeah, thumbs up. Flick the switch. Are you ready? No, actually, no. I need a bit more time. A bit like that. But when that kicks in, flipping out third countries, especially those who have the biggest volume of individuals crossing over the channel, flights and what have you, coming into the EU, they're the ones that are going to be hit. And obviously, that is the Brits, isn't it? And then you're going to be hit with over-tourism, whinging people who aren't very happy because, they can't afford houses for their children, and there's still a lot of backslash from that. And that's going on across the country now. Right across the EU. It's not just Spain. No. Oh, well, never mind. Say to me. Well, I've got abrasives. Close. Okay, it was that one minute. Which one's my what's it? Which one's my Twitter? Here's that one. Alright. Well, even Ken Clark has been weighing in. But energy, fuel prices and what have you. EU price cap on gas is £37 per megawatt hour. And the UK is 263.79 per megawatt hour. Brexit dividend for energy companies and shareholders. See, this is the difference, you see. Like, for instance, what Macron done regarding EDF in France. He made that quite clear that they weren't going to be profiteering. Also, what they did is basically buy up all the remaining shares of EDF. It's fully state-owned now, instead of just being 50% or 51% or whatever it was. So they control the EDF. Which makes, at the time, it made perfect sense. That way you can control the cost of energy to individuals. It mainly affected nuclear power and what have you, really, where people benefited from it. But I've mentioned this before, like, for instance, I've mentioned several times, haven't I, regarding what's going on in France regarding the solar panels. You know, car parks for supermarkets, etc. Not just food supermarkets, all car parks. If there's over 80 spaces, 50% of those 80 spaces are 40 spaces must be covered in solar panels. Well, considering a lot of these supermarkets have 200 plus places, that's a lot of solar panels. Local production, you see, makes perfect sense. Feed the grid. So, we're talking about a considerable amount of power. It's not a lightweight job. We're not talking about 8 or 16 pounds that you might put in your house, are we? We're talking about hundreds of them at every car park, right across France. It's clearly going to provide a considerable amount of power on a buyback tariff. Really, for these supermarkets, they've realised that it's a no-brainer. Whereas before there was a bit of controversy about it at first, but then they realised, it'd be quids in. The biggest problem is getting enough solar panels. I've done videos about that before. I showed different little projects going on around here, and it's quite it's considerable. It's really it's not lightweight, is it? So I have to admit though, that there's one individual I'd like to get some dancing lessons of. I really would. Yeah, what do you reckon? There you go. For him. Oh, crikey. Don't. Oh, got that down. What's that one? That already. That one already. Right. Now, we all love, I'm sure you do too, Talk TV. And Fiona Lally. She's a British government is supporting genocide, she says. So she's an activist, right? Pro-Palestinian activist. Anyway, she was on Talk TV. She's only a young lass and what have you. But she has so much decorum and control. This was with James Whale, right? And this other numpty, I can't remember his name now. But James Whale is basically a whale. He is literally a whale. Horrible individual, just like Mike Graham, that kind, those sort of numpties. I can't remember what the other guy's name is. The guy in the middle. He's also an idiot. Him and James Whale, they're sort of like mucking in together, trying to attack her, and she just thinks it's hilarious. You'll still get her face, But
The British
And who are
government, which is
promoting that.
supporting and facilitating
that's
a
what people
genocide
like you
right now,
always say.
are responsible for conflict, because it's true.
Why don't you want to live in a communist country?
Other people's,
Why don't you want to live in a
think
communist?
that. There is no communist country for me
If
to
you
go.
don't,
for me
hang
to
on,
go
just a
and live
minute.
in.
If you don't like living in this country, which obviously you don't, why don't you go and live somewhere where it's better than Britain?
She's not even saying that. That's not what there's always the argument, these idiots. Oh, if you hate Britain so much, it's not because you hate it, it's because you want to change it. Why don't you go and move there? Like people tell me, you know, in the comments, if you like France so much, why don't you move there? I have. People idiots, aren't they? There's just so many numpties like these. Not Sebastian, no, because Sebastian's not an idiot. No, that, although actually is sometimes. But anyway, James Whale and other numpty. I can't believe that these people actually have TV shows. And the people watch it. What does it say about people? I have no faith in the human race. I have very little faith in a lot of the British public. I really don't. If this is the kind of crap, you know, that they want to watch, that in GB News and the Mogster, you know, what was that? Making funny noises he is. Carry on.
Why would I live somewhere else when
because
I can
obviously
change
you
the
don't
country?
like this country.
Because I can. Why would I live
answer.
somewhere else
Why
when I can change the country?
can't.
Why would I move or live somewhere else when I can change the country or change it here? And they're going on about these numpties about arguing that 16-year-olds shouldn't be allowed to vote. You're having a laugh, aren't you? They got more flipping brain cells. And if you engage them in the first place, like for instance, well, you got to vote now. They're more likely to engage in politics in the first place, aren't they? I'd have thought so. Don't worry, not all 16-year-olds, you know, that's what I say, we should some sort of test. We need some sort of voting test. Crikey, some of these people, no, they shouldn't be allowed to vote. Definitely not. Especially these two. Not for you.
Change this country.
Okay.
You won't change it.
Well, let's wait and see, because the truth
the
is
wokeists are going,
there are so
and
many
we are getting
people,
back to how we used to be.
The defining feature of politics in this country is that young people hate the political establishment. They hate the status quo.
I have been young.
It's not all about young people. Why do you think young people have more of a say?
It's not just young people. The majority
you think
of
young
people,
people are more important?
The majority of people.
Actually, I think they are. Because of the future. If we don't look after our youngsters and provide them opportunities and a safe place to live, we haven't got a future, have we? And that also applies for those who are getting on years as well. You know, there's youngsters out there, they have young relationships and what have you, they're choosing not to have children. Well, that's not going to help, you know, the older generations, is it? If we haven't got no one to nurse them. Especially if we stop them coming into the country. It doesn't make any sense. These people are idiots.
If people don't agree with you,
the majority
you just
of
laugh a
people
lot.
in Britain don't support what
why
the
do you
government
think
is
this
doing
is funny,
in Gaza.
by the way?
They don't support.
If you had a sensible and serious face, I'd take you more seriously. But you,
what? Haven't they actually worked out? She's mocking them. Look at his face in the middle there. You know, over there. Yeah. She's mocking them. That's why she's laughing. She thinks they're ridiculous. But she has so much decorum. She's really controlling herself, isn't she? We need more of that. We really do, because these people just make themselves look stupid. James Whale.
Smile, and you're doing it now, throughout what I think is one of the most dangerous times. I think we are on the verge of the Third World War.
Right.
And I don't consider people like you will be of any use whatsoever, because you get called up to go to the forces. You won't go, will you?
I don't think we're on the verge of the Third World
Well,
War.
I think we are, particularly with people who are behaving
Funny,
the way
isn't it?
you
Yeah,
are.
very funny.
But it's funny, is it? It's funny. Do you know how many people get killed in a world war?
Oh, so you
I know
do care about people dying.
I said
but
that
not
at the beginning.
But you
I care
lying.
about.
You're a hypocrite. If you cared about
Break
people
now.
dying,
Break
if you cared
now.
about people
Break
dying, thousands of people
now.
are dying today
Break.
in Sudan.
And that constitutes money well spent for television. Crikey, this is the state of the UK. Or the state of England, I should say. Sorry, Scotland. I'm sure you've got your problems, but crikey, this is just getting ridiculous. Break now! Break! Now! What the hell? Anyway, Fiona, I think she did an excellent job, and well, they can't seem to work out. She was mocking them. She really was. What do you reckon? I can't see my chat. Oh, there it is. There we come. Americans on the right tell me the same. I laugh and I tell them I found the American dream once I left America. The only thing about the United States, it is a big place, isn't it? You know, I'm sure not everywhere is as crazy, is it? I hope not, anyway. Crikey. I've never been, so I wouldn't know. It looks like a long way away to me. One brain cell and overlord take a break. I don't know, I'll watch it again now. It's just so ridiculous. It really is. Run away, whale! Pathetic knob end. The state of them. Oh, crikey. There you go. Tell you what, that's worth zooming that up. Let's just have a closer look at the whale, shall we? Yeah. That expression on his face just says it all.
The British
And who are
government, which is
promoting that?
supporting and facilitating
That's
a
what people
genocide
like you
right now,
always say.
are responsible for conflict. Because it's true.
Why don't you
And
want to
know
live in
what?
a
Other
communist
people-
country?
Other people.
Why
other
don't you want to
people
live in a
think
communist
that. There is no communist country for me
If
to
you
go.
don't,
for me
hang
to
on,
go
just a
and live
minute.
in.
If you don't like living in this country, which
Oh,
obviously
no,
you
mess it
don't,
all up. Let's get
why
back
don't
to
you
the
go and
chat.
live somewhere where it's better than Britain?
Why
You've
would I
slagged
live,
us
why
off.
would I live somewhere
Well,
else when
because
I can
obviously
change
you
this?
don't-
Oh, dear me. These people. And they reckon they shouldn't vote. What can you say to that, eh? They look like they are sharing one brain cell, yes. And said Cell went for a pint and no one is home. Oh, they're just foul, aren't they? Absolutely foul, like that Mike Graham guy. Oh, Well done, young lady. I think she was brilliant. And we need more people like that. I'm sure there's plenty of them out there, because, you know, they're cleverer than we are. Well, looks like a bald bollock. Oh, dear me. He is foul. It looks like he could grease his head up and shove it up. Anyway. One brain cell, you get the GB News Talk TV show. And both of them are losing money. Left, right and centre. I remember, crikey, GB News now is losing 45 million a year now. Talk TV, I think it was 30 million a year. I did do a video about it a while back. I don't know what it is now. I know GB News is 45 million. It was in losses. Good. James File, the has-been wannabe jockstrap. James Whale has been a bell end for years. It's like that Alex Bellend Belfield geezer. Well, he's still in jail. Was it Jeremy Kyle? Was it Jeremy Kyle? Or Style? Lyle? Mile? Stalking. 5 years he got. Hello, Perry, and phone box chicken. Have we got phone box chicken here, and Perry? Hello, Perry. Oh, I just got to let my dog go. He wants to go out. 2 seconds. I'll try to hide my chair. Okay, that's the wrong way. There you go, Wally. Anyone else? No? That's no. Just Wally. Right, bear with me. Dumph the dancing fool. He certainly is, isn't he? So, on that one, bring it over here. Okay. Let's do a bit of fun stuff now, shall we? There we go. I know how much you love Michael Gove. There we go. Oh, there he is. Let me just rearrange my... I don't know what the hell's going on here. But there you go. So there we go. Oh, this has to be a pinnacle.
Budget. An emergency budget, which is what some people immediately thought that it did. It is an example of some commentators chasing their own tails and trying to take a statement that is commonsensical, turning it into a major capital letters, a big news story, and in fact, when the Treasury quite rightly say, calm down, then an emergency budget, which is what some people immediately thought that it did. It is an example of some commentators chasing their own tails and trying to take a statement that is commonsensical, turning it into a major capital letters, a big news story, and in fact, when the Treasury quite rightly say, calm down, then an emergency budget.
Oh, these people! Thank God he's stepping down. Well, Michael Gove, he got accosted by Femi, and yeah, I'll show you his best way.
My name's Femi. In 2016, you promised that Brexit wouldn't cause any damage to the economy. Now, your own Office of Budget Responsibility says that it's done more damage to our economy than COVID. Do you feel like you've betrayed the people of the UK?
It's very nice to meet you. I don't think we've been introduced.
No, we haven't. So do you think that Brexit has helped working class people?
And sorry, I missed your name.
My name's Femi. Do you think
very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Do you think Brexit has helped working class people?
Well, yes.
How?
How? Very kind of you to record our conversation.
How?
But there's no need.
How? How has Brexit helped working class people?
Well, the people of the United Kingdom voted for us to leave the European Union,
how's it
and
fundamentally
democracy has been upheld. Nice to see you.
That has made things more expensive. Are you happy with what you've done to working class people?
Well, both Conservative and Labour parties are now committed to making Brexit work, and I think that's a good thing.
Has it damaged our economy, yes or no? Has Brexit damaged our economy at all? Yes or no?
I think as I say, now that we have a political consensus with Labour and Conservative MPs committed to making Brexit work, I think that's a great thing.
That doesn't answer my question. Yes or no, has Brexit damaged our economy?
I think...
Okay, the simple fact is, your economists are the Office of Budget Responsibility. You don't have a greater expertise than them. The people you rely on to make your decisions have told you that it's damaged our economy to the tune of £100 billion a year relative to where we would have been had we not left the EU. So again, I ask you, has Brexit damaged the economy?
All I would say is that you've clearly got very strong, passionately expressed views on this matter.
I'm simply regurgitating your own experts. It's back to you. Has Brexit damaged the economy, yes or no?
No.
Here it has. No. You say no. The Small Business Federation says that 70% of their members, so 70% of small businesses in the UK, have struggled to sell to the EU since Brexit. Since the Brexit you said would not create additional barriers to trade. 2016, and the effects are still being felt by people today. So again, I ask you, have you betrayed the British people by delivering a Brexit?
What happened in the 2019 general election?
The majority voted parties coming into a second referendum. Again, I ask you. Again, I ask you. Has your Brexit hurt working class people?
You're just paying an admirable single-minded focus on this president.
Because it affects ordinary working people. People across this country who are struggling in a cost of living crisis, being made worse by a Brexit that your own experts are telling you is making things worse. So again, I ask you, have you betrayed the people who you promised that Brexit would not damage their lives?
No.
So you're saying you know better than the Office of Budget Responsibility, better than the Small Business Federation? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Those two answers are mutually incompatible.
Just getting to the event now. Thank you so much.
Bye, Mr. Gove.
Well done, Femi. Oh, blimey. No wonder Richard Tice don't like him either. Yeah, he tried to sue him. Nothing happened, though. So, back in, what do you say to that? Tommy Bleached after that. Moan is taxpayers' money enhanced. What was Grant Sloan say? From Moan's cleavage, no doubt. Oh, what's come from Moan's cleavage? If Femi was white, the government would have hit him. Oh, Gove would have hit him. He's really boiling. Probably. Who knows? Who knows? Femi, sorry, here we go. Grant. I would have shook the bar steward's hand really flipping tightly. I saw Rishi Sunak and the people say, on people's doors and shaking their hands. No, who the fuck are you? Anyway, I'll get on a hell of a grip, I'll tell you. And I'd crush his flipping bones, I would. I wouldn't let go. Busted. Little twistle stick. I would have shook the bar steward's hand. Gove had to cry. I wouldn't have, shook the bar steward's hand. He certainly is one of those. He's also a bastard. I want to know exactly what Moan did to... Oops, I forgot. Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. Maybe. Oh, the bollock chops is depriving us seeing him crying in the sports hall. I know he isn't he? They all are. Keep dropping one by one. And we want to see them all fail when the votes come in and they're all like, oh... with little rosettes on and stuff. Well, actually, some of them don't wear the rosettes these days, do they? In fact, they have all their propaganda material all in green. It was on medication or glazed-eyed and involuntary movements. But now, I don't even remember a while back. They did some, oh crikey, in Parliament, in the toilets actually, near the offices of Priti Patel and Boris Johnson, and they did some swab tests. Someone there was a swab test, tested the toilet seats, the drugs, and they found drugs. Now, I don't know if you remember, but Leslie Hoyle made a statement, said something's going to, we've got to do something, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the usual crap. Nothing has happened. Nothing. Everything is a token effort. It's just like, we dealt with it now. And nothing ever happens. It just gets brushed under the carpet and get forgotten. Drugs in Parliament. You know, it's bad enough them having flipping bars in Parliament. So they'll put them in half cut. How many times did Ken Clark end up in Parliament and look all flipping red-faced and glazed, you know, because he's had a few whiskies or something? You know? They shouldn't have bars in Parliament. Certainly not funded by the British people. Yeah, he said he literally just he had half a gram there and then, just before that interview. The song coming on. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs? Yeah, my dogs. Yep, they went out. They come back in. Well, one did. My little Wally. What's up, my little Wally? Come here. Do you want to say hello? Let's say hello. I want to see you. Come here. What are you shaking for? There he is. There's my little Wally. Hey, get yourself comfy. There we go. What do you reckon, boy? Oh, thank you. Yeah, don't lick me, 'cause I know where you've been. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is when always get. Oh, he's 14 now, aren't you, my boy? 14. And on drugs. Yeah, yes, there's drugs. How old were you when we first got you, eh? How old were you? It was 18 months old he was. Not much more than a puppy, were you, eh? Well, oh, where are you, boy? Stop that, it's on. We'll put that old chat back on. I want to know exactly. Also, down, scroll down. I would have. There we come. 5 WCs had Peruvian powder on them. Ah, 5 of them did. I know one of them was outside Pretty Patel's office. What are you doing, Wally? Just pressing buttons. Okay, yeah. So the trace wiped the toilet utensils in Parliament. No wonder it didn't hit the mainstream media. Oh. Nick Ferrari called Gove the Govista last week. God, they're both as bad as each other, aren't they? Oh. Listening to Rachel Johnson going on about the corruption and stuff like that, and people calling up about the corruption. No mention of her brother. But people phoning up either. It's like they've been vetted. You know, it's like Tories. It's like she's not Tory. She was Liberal Democrat, wasn't she? But that ilk of people, it's just like, you know, it's just like they're vetting the people. Oh yeah, you'll do. Yeah, you're political. Yeah, okay. You're Tory or something like that. Yeah, we'll have you. You know. No one really phoned up Rachel Johnson's radio show on LBC. That was actually giving her any jip at all. Sort of set up, isn't it? Let me come. Yep, they even found traces of cocaine in the toilet. Oh, sorry, where are we again? It's just jumped up. Proven power. Yep, okay, there we come. I have this feeling that most of them get pumped on some kind of drugs before talking in public, except Sunak. He seems strangely lucid. Yeah, he's... I think Sunak is probably one of them kind of people who barely drinks or anything like that. He probably has water and... I reckon he's probably got a pretty healthy diet, but he doesn't do any exercise whatsoever. He's a skinny fat. Oh, you got a Scooby snack. Oh, they're watching over there now. Look at Sebastian watching all my moves. I've got to try and get over there. Oh, no, missed. Let's try again. Oh, done it again. Oh, my kiddie, I've got mice. Oh, and again! I need my other hand. I'm no good with my left. There, bear. That's better. Right. There you go. Sausages. Yeah, he does actually have sausages, by the way. You get this sort of Frankfurt sausage. So if you put his medication in it, he eat his meds. Cocaine was mentioned with the lockdown parties, and they missed the rest like ketamine. Talking about ketamine, you know, I've got fibromyalgia. I've been diagnosed with it now, and Wally, you pushed my microphone. And they're saying it's something that I can take for my fibromyalgia. I'm not keen though. But Elon Musk, he takes that, doesn't he, as well? Fraser passed away just over... Oh, sorry, buddy. She had congestive heart failure in the end. Now I'm hungry. What? Because of dog treats? Really? Tories get pumped by bad men. Ooh, do they? I gather you were not good at not my left hand, definitely not. No. I used to do rugby at school, but no, I wasn't very good at basketball. Which Tory mentions Spike and his wife? Ooh, yeah. Was that James Cleverly? That was James Cleverly, wasn't it? That was James Cleverly. I think it was James Cleverly. Oh, Cleverly. I beat you to it. Yeah, Cleverly. Blimey. Unbelievably sick. Yes. I've never done that to my missus. I've never spiked her drinks. No, because she doesn't drink. Drink water. I could spike that, I suppose. You want to drink the water around the UK, would you? Crikey, having to test the water, Thames Water having to test the water now. I think some of the tests have actually come back clean, but apparently lots of people have been suffering with diarrhea and stomach cramps, and it's not going away. It's like taking 2 weeks to get rid of it. Look, Grandpa, you shouted! That kind of thing, you know what I mean? No trust of fart. Yeah, but it was Jimmy... the spiker. I win a chocolate watch. Oh, I always wanted a chocolate watch. Yeah, I beat you to it. Trump as president was giving pharma drugs away like Smarties in the White House. Yes, that is true. So told. Crikey, oh, what was his name? Who was the Oh, crikey, what's his name again? Yeah, the nickname is a bit of a full-on kind of geezer. He was there for about a day and he left. Anyway, he's been criticising Trump, but I can't remember his name. That'll come to me in a minute, I'm sure it will. Better. I'll be upset if it doesn't. Alright, so it's that, and that. Yeah, so Michael Gove, he decided to say I'm going to give it in. Wrong one. No. What? I can't constantly give you treats. Last one. Yeah. So that's his letter of resignation after nearly 20 years serving the wonderful people of Surrey Heath. And over a decade in cabinet across 5 government departments, I have taken the decision to step down as a member of Parliament. Read my letter here. I don't know if I'm about to read it. Probably really tiny. Oh, well, maybe. Thank you. I'm not going to read all of it, don't worry. Thank you for your kindness earlier. As we discussed, I've decided today not to seek to represent Surrey Heath at the forthcoming general election. The election comes almost 20 years after I was first adopted by this fantastic association as your candidate. Together we contested and won 5 general elections. You and the association have been there for me and my family through good times and bad. Your family left you, just like Nigel Farage's family left him. It's Brexit, you see, it's the Brexit effect. I'm so grateful for your friendship and support. Thank you. And then it goes on and on and on and on. And, oh God, it's quite long. Not doing all that. Let's go to the end. Throughout my time in politics, although I have undoubtedly made mistakes, it's Brexit! I have always tried to be the voice for those who have been overlooked and undervalued. Really. I've tried to fight for... This is like, I'm so great, but I'm leaving you. I've always tried to be a voice for those who have been overlooked and undervalued. And I've tried to fight for greater social justice. My education... Yeah, like you're levelling up. Did well there, didn't you? What about housing? Yeah, did well there as well, didn't you? My education reforms were... no, they were crap. Were designed to build the country where everyone, no matter their background, can become the authors of their own life stories. Is that why we're now going to have national service? Because there's no social cohesion. Idiot. Enough of him. He's a numpty. I gather you were not good at basketball. No, I was not. Hello, Regan. I hope you're well, my friend. How do you feel about your national service? Yeah, I know you're not 18, mind. Absolutely ridiculous, I say. How the hell are we going to manage that? If you read that, I prefer the Farage video. What's that? Cooper's Hill cheese rolling, an event that's been going on since 1820. The next event is on Monday. Cooper's Hill cheese rolling. What? Is that a thing? It's like bobbing apples and doing the egg race and stuff. Or sack race with the egg. Gove accidentally used the wrong finger emoji here. No, that would be Andrew Jenkins, that would be. Oh, the Moosh! That's it, it's the Moosh. That's him. What's his actual name? Oh, crikey, it was back, that day. Crikey has given Trump some jip. Not giving them, basically really running them down. Just, justified it was. Tony Saramushi or something? Something Saramushi. Anyway, yeah, the Moosh. Yeah. People running after cheese, better be careful. It's not... Hang on, how come cheddar cheese now is cheaper after Brexit here in France? Seriously. I bought cheddar cheese the other day. I never buy cheddar cheese. You used to get Cantal or Comte or something like that. But no, I got cheddar cheese. It was actually cheaper. It used to be really expensive here. It's gone Scaramucci. Scaramucci, what a name. Blimey, sounds like some arch nemesis, some sort of villain. I actually really liked it when he first went into to help Donald Trump. I actually really liked him. I thought he was quite a cool dude. He lasted a day. Look up, Marcus. You must be total nuts to take part. No broken bones. I will have a look at that cheese rolling. Okay, just for the hell of it. All right. So it's a race, is it? What the hell? Gloucester cheese. Roll.
If you're a business owner, then animated explainer videos are the best way to capture attention.
Skip that.
What am I gonna get myself in front of?
What the hell? Let's bring it up over here. I will. Oh, crikey. There you go. Apparently this is cheese rolling, and this is Quay Library. Blimey.
What am I gonna get myself in front of?
Well, guys, remember, no one goes 4-4, 8-2.
It's a stupid idea.
Have you guys got a technique today?
No, they're full hard.
Other than that, nah.
Getting it done. No. No. A little bit. Not going to lie on that one.
So what are you going to do with the cheese if you win?
I don't know, I don't even like cheese. I don't know, give it to someone, I don't know. My mum.
I'm going to choose a line, maybe get out wide, start.
My theory is I've got long legs. So I'm just going to try and stride as long as I possibly can and take the stay on my feet.
Look at the blood on this bloke, check it out, eat me out. Good on her. Oh my god, look at this
what can you say about that? Who's going to take part? Who wants to have a go? That's some cheese rolling. What the hell? Why am I watching that for anyway? Stupid is as stupid does. It does qualify, that it does, Jordan. Hello, Jordan. Hope you're well. Dowden, the cheese sniffer. Craig, what's going to happen to him? Is he going to lose his job as well? It's useless. Having him as a deputy prime minister is hopeless. He's like having Leslie Hoyle as a deputy prime minister. Useless. Dowden, cheese sniffer. The video does not show how steep the hill is. Oh, sorry. It's the one that came up. It does look pretty steep, mind. Is it run by Thames Water? Free the cheese to vote in the general election. That's what we need to do. You've got to be able to catch the cheese so you get a vote. That's what we've got to do. All the old people, they won't manage it, no. All the Tory voters and Reform voters, they won't get down there. James Ward, he ain't going to get down there. Well, actually, he might roll it. He might win it. He might become the cheese. Yeah, a bit rennet, he'd be well away. Is there a river at the end of the slope? Oh, I love a good cheese roll. Oh, me too. Chuck a bit of ham in with it, maybe. I don't know. Been there, not doing the rolling, though. It was a Gloucestershire or somewhere. This is a... Actually, no.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Pork and cheese. Cheese and pork. Gammon and cheese. Cheese. I haven't got the cheese one. And not as much fun as wife carrying competition. What? Be gurning next. Is Trish taking part? Let's just hope. No, she wasn't there. Starmer reminds me of Oswald Mosley. Really. I can't say I understand the fascination with cheddar cheese. I do like cheddar cheese. I do. A good mature cheddar. It is a nice cheese. There's cheddar and there's cheddar, though. It's like anything in it. It's like if you get a Gouda or what have you, there's Gouda and there's Gouda. A lot of the Gouda you get here in the supermarkets, it's not like proper Dutch Gouda. Well, you can get good Czech Gouda here, obviously, but a lot of the mild stuff is just rubbery. You know, it's not great. You want something that's 6 to 9 months old, 12 months even. The only thing with cheese is that the older they become, the harder they become as well. But really dense flavour. I quite like Cantal, old Cantal. It's very tasty, but also that's quite hard. But you can grate it, you see. You can grate it. See, a lot of the French cheeses are a bit soft. But Gouda, just Dutch, isn't it? You know. The best Gouda I have is when our Dutch friend brought us some from Holland. Yeah, from the Netherlands. And, that was amazing. Really lovely Gouda. What's Gouda now? It was nice listening to... Hello, hey, Gingers, hello there. It was nice listening to your shorts, but I have to mow the jungle. I've got the same problem, Gingers. We've had so much rain over the last few weeks. I have not been able to cut the grass. It's like that tall now again. And I had to go cutting it earlier. And I got around through the trees and stuff like that. But the machine just kept clogging up. And I could hear it on the old cutters. You know, when you get clumps of grass coming down. It was like, vibrate. Oh, ended up breaking the machine. I need a dry day. I need a proper dry day. Or food dry days. Dry. All the ground underneath's wet, you see. If you win, do you keep the cheese? I'd have thought so. Marcus doesn't know about... No, I don't. Didn't know about cheese rolling. Be careful, not right. It's a bit slippery with the cheese. Korean Lobby says one supermarket has hiked the cost of a staple product by almost 13% last week. Someone's got to pay, aren't they? And it's going to be the customer, isn't it? You know, if things become more expensive, the supermarkets can't keep sucking in the prices, and nor can the suppliers and haulage. You know, all the costs get passed on. Yeah, ready to give the Tories a middle finger. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Give them the bird. Won't be long. They are going to be eviscerated. Hope so. I was contemplating not voting because I didn't really want to vote for Labour because that's not me. But I will be because it just seems the logical thing to do. But some people say, okay, well, if we keep using this attitude like two-party system and all that, well then we're never going to have we get out of it. We're always going to have Labour and the Tories. Maybe not Tories, Labour. Or Labour and Lib Dems, maybe. I don't know, S&P. Looks like the Bohemian Rhapsody. Most definitely. The US is really strange. Plastic cheese. Yes, what is that blooming cheese you have in the United States? It is awful. It's like burger slices. That ain't proper cheese. Don't you do proper cheese in the United States? What do they call it now? What are they called? I'm glad I don't like... How can you not like cheese, Joel? Mature cheddar is nice. Mild is a waste of time. That's the same for all the cheeses. They need a bit of age, don't they? I'll tell you what. I found that a few years ago now. We had a load of cheese. We got a load of cheese from the supermarket. That was end of line cut. Yeah, it was reduced price. Because it was old. It's getting near sell by date or something. And so we bought a whole load of it, all right? Oh, God, we're going to eat all this. So I put it in the freezer. They came out all lovely and crumbly, like proper cheese. Like old cheese. I just changed its whole structure. Instead of being all rubbery and horrible, it took to be frozen. And obviously defrosted. And then it was crumbly. That was actually really nice then. The only cheese I would never try is that one with the maggots in it. I've tried that. My sister used to work at a delicatessen in Norwich. It's called the Mousetrap, it was. And they used to sell, I can't remember what it's called now, but they used to sell that cheese with maggots in it. I don't rate it. They're wiggly. Ugh. Little tiny little maggots. Oh. It's just like, when you just got to do something, just say you've done it. It's a bit like that. I hate cheese. Can't stand it, but I buy it for others. And I know what good cheese is. You can smell that good cheese. Proper good smelly cheesy smell. And it doesn't smell like toe cheese, toe jam. Oh, not like last time. Cheers, my friend. Thanks for super chat now. Anyway, talking about that, I am actually losing my voice again. I've got to be a bit more careful, actually, because I can't actually do my videos because I lose my voice. So I think I'll be calling it a night anyway. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I much appreciate it. It's been 2 hours, 40 minutes. When the cat's away, the mice will play. The missus, that is, you see. Yeah. She'll be back on Wednesday. All my fun will stop. Blimey, I'll have to do as I'm told. The funny thing is about America is that the best food products from all over the world are available. Americans prefer the worst examples of these products. But doesn't make any sense, does it? Really doesn't. So yeah, smell it. Smell the cheese. Well, thank you very much for joining us. And I don't know if Mad Monk is still here at all, but if he is, this is for Mad Monk. You're gonna have a dancing child. So how are they going to be fighting the general election? Is it going to be
2019? There's 3 things that won us the election. It was nothing to do with me. It was Brexit, it was Boris, it was Corbyn. And it was as simple as that. Those 3 things together was a great campaign. Great ingredients. At the next election, we haven't got those 3 things. So we're going to have to think of something else. It'll probably be a mixture of culture wars and trans debate and...
Reduced to a question like, can a woman have a penis?
And culture wars and trans debate and...
Build bridges, not walls.
The big thing in
Jeremy Corbyn's going to have his own party now. He's going to be an independent. Oh, dairy me. Blimey. You know, Brexit shit, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's pretty shit. So, toodaloo. Anyway, thanks for joining us this weekend or this Sunday and what have you. And check out my videos. I need all the help I can get. And it's the blonde Frankenstein square head. Oh, that is. Crikey. Oh, I have channels as well. We have my woodworking channel if you're interested in woodworking. I've actually started another channel actually called the Fibro Man. It's only a way for me to like log my fibromyalgia because it's evolving a little bit. So yeah, I was just doing like a daily vlog on there. I'll try to do daily. It's pretty much daily. Plus a woodworking channel. Plus that channel. Plus I've got the Wally Dog channel. The Rewilding channel. I haven't done any videos on that for ages. Got loads still on that as well. Blimey. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so I'm going to say toodaloo, you know. Let's have a little bit of candle in the wind.
It's like walking through Hampton Court Maze blindfold, being turned around 16 times and trying to find your way out. I don't think people in Britain were told the truth to start with. Don't think they knew exactly what they were voting for. They were promised something that was completely ridiculous and it wasn't economically viable. And then it's gotten so complicated now that I just don't know what's going on.
There's a calm surrender. She packed my bags last night.
A general election has been called and Parliament will be dissolved next week. I'm looking forward to standing on my record.
Your colleague Ben Habib says, "Let them drown."
No, he does not say that. That's absolutely ridiculous, Andrew. What actually?
Well, listen. Let me read you the exchange with Julia Hartley-Brewer. Then you would leave them to drown. Absolutely, he says. They cannot be infantilized.
That's not what happened.
Yes, they have to suffer the consequences of
their
actions.
Then you would leave them to drown.
They cannot. Absolutely, they cannot be infantilized.
Here, I think
you must be a bit irritated with Ben Habib in that case.
Not at all. Ben was quite.
Families that came that were coming in last week, the sheer numbers that were coming in last week, you really have to ask yourself some questions.
Well, is this the thrust of the reform campaign, that actually immigration means that our values are threatened, and particularly we are unhappy about Muslims? Because that is a pretty incendiary proposition.
We have never before seen anything like this. You think about West Indian immigration into Britain, the post-World War II.
I think of very little else.
West Indian immigration into Britain post-World War II. You know, there were a lot of shared things there. Shared history, shared culture, shared religion in many cases. Most families that came could say one of their family had served with British forces in World War I, World War II, love of cricket. You know, the list goes on, but there were commonalities. And, you know, as you know with your previous job, the key to immigration is integration. If you get integration, it works. What we've done is, and this works on several levels. We've done...
I'm going to stop you there, and I'm going to say two things.
Well, here's the difference.
No, I'm going to tell you something about the difference. First of all, you're right. I come from that stock. But let us remember that my stock, my ancestors, for the best part of 700 or 800 years were Muslims until they were forcibly converted to Christians by slave owners. So when you talk about Muslims as hostile to British values, I've got to say, I don't really. Let me finish what I'm going to say. I don't really see I don't really see how you arrive at that conclusion. And secondly, trying to say to me, you know, actually, you guys are not really like these other guys. I mean, you and I have known each other a long time. Can you imagine how offensive that is to a British Muslim? Let me ask you to put yourself in the shoes of a British Muslim, and can you imagine how offensive that feels?
How many people from your community fail to speak English?
How many people?
From the West Indian community don't speak English.
We all speak English, but actually so do most Indian Muslims, so do pretty much all Pakistani Muslims in this country.
I can take you to streets in Oldham where virtually no one speaks English.
I've been there too, but honestly, come on.
The point I'm making is this.
Serious.
I am not here to attack the religion of Islam, but I am here...
Well, you've just been doing it for 3 minutes.
No, I haven't. I'm telling you the alarming figures that have been coming out of these recent polls, particularly in the wake of what has happened on October the 7th and in Gaza, and we have a real problem here.
What a tosser. Thanks, everybody. Good night. And thanks to the Span, thanks to Reagan, Lake joins tonight, and the P-Dollars, and Madbunk 33. Madbunk, just in case, I don't know if you were about earlier, but yeah, I think it's, yeah, okay, go. There you go. Say hello to your brothers for me. Toodaloo.